Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our budget here. Okay, if your computer is on, I just need you to please mute it so we don't have feedback. Everyone else, again, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our budget hearing. We're gonna start the budget hearing now. If anyone has any comments or questions, please share. I know there's a raising hand option. I'm gonna try my best to follow it. Please note, I don't have everyone on one screen. There actually are two screens as of right now. So Ivy, it's 7:10. I'm calling the budget hearing to order.
You have to make a motion to open the hearing.
Yes. I get a motion to open the budget hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Thank you. Any opposed? All right. We are now, our budget hearing is open. So you're gonna constantly, I think you guys are also hearing these these bells. That means I am admitting people as they come into the meeting. So I hope you guys don't get distracted over that. I'm gonna look at the chat feature just in case to see if anybody has posted, but does anybody have any comments or questions? Aaron, I see your hand, Aaron.
Do you prefer that I type it or just say it?
It works for me right now because you're on the first page, so I'm able to see you directly. So, I mean, for now, please feel free to go ahead. I'm gonna switch back and see if anyone has their hands raised on the second screen.
Sounds good. My questions are all based on the cuts to the arts and STEAM. And it's kind of three parts. One, I've been trying to find a rationale for the $75,000+ that have been cut from those two programs. That's excluding the director positions, just in resources alone. Why those were cut so significantly when that is funding programs that are benchmarks for the district that they tout a lot, which I think is reasonable because they're phenomenal programs. Why was it chosen to gut them so significantly rather than taking a little bit of money from all different areas?
Okay, I believe if, I don't have it in front of me now, but I believe if you look at the budget itself, there were a lot of lines that were taken from.
Right. Talk. Hi, please mute yourselves. We can hear you when you come into the meeting.
I can find, I'm sorry. All right, I'm muting a few that I see that are still. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, I'm sorry.
I did see that other programs had things cut, but those two areas in particular seem to have the most significant budget deficit, like cuts to their budget specifically. And I don't know if it was the thought process between eliminating those director positions, but it seems like the things that are on the district website as the programs the district holds most dear were the things that suffered the greatest cuts. And I'm just looking for a rationale to that decision.
Okay, what I would say is, I'm trying to figure out how to say this without saying too much. Well, I would say part of the rationale, and again, I'm speaking as a board member and a board president, I would say that because those who were in those, leading those sort of areas are no longer there, I think that's a big part of it, but also To my understanding, how it was addressed to us, because I believe there were some questions in our meetings too, is that those items are now being handled at the school level. And so that would be a greater, I think that has had an impact on it going from, I guess, more globally being implemented and more now locally per school. And that was a difference in the, as far as the cuts that were made.
Okay, so then that kind of leads into my second question, is since each school is going to be taking over this district-wide program, specifically with ALP, what is being done to ensure that the evaluations and the assessments being done at Jackson are comparable to the ones being done at Highview and at Bailey, to make sure that the authenticity of the program and the quality of the program is being maintained? Because if everyone's kind of having a slightly different metric of how they're doing things, that leads to gaps.
So I am not in curriculum instruction, so I won't be able to answer that, but I will be, I think Dr. Valente is here. He probably will definitely chime in, but I'm going to assume that we're going to do our due diligence to ensure that there is equity across the board in how the programs are being implemented. Dr. Valente, if you have anything to add to that, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Madam President. I'll be very brief, but let me address, Erin, your specific question as it relates to ALP, which would be the Director of the Arts at ALP. We already have in place a system of testing, as you know, the COGAT, and we also use the STAR, ELA and math. What this would entail is doing some work training with the staff at each of our elementary schools in order to bring them up to speed of conducting the training. I prefer to see only one person do it in each of the schools for purposes of reliability and validity. But we do have the same metric. The same metric will apply for ALP. In terms of the arts, again, we're going to be looking to our arts and music staff to assume some of those responsibilities to maintain some of the wonderful momentum that has been initiated by Catherine. I should also point out, Catherine is still going to be with us, but in another capacity. With respect to STEAM, again, Todd will be with us in a capacity of his teaching math certification at the secondary level. And again, we will work cooperatively with our school principals and staff, 7 to 12, to ensure that the program there remains intact right up through senior year. With our engineering offerings, we're currently recruiting, and we think we may have a very good physics teacher who we'd like to bring on board. In addition to that, at the elementary level, again, with STEAM, we'll be working with our math faculty and our principals. So it'll take a lot of work from Central, quite frankly, to make this happen. But we're no novices to these programs. They have been here for 4 years. They are successful, and we think we can deliver.
Okay, and then my last question, which I guess ties it all up, is in my experience, when funding to the arts in particular is cut, and this is something that I have felt strongly about my whole life, it is very hard to see that money put back and the investments made back in those integrative arts and sciences that kind of bring all of the curriculum together in a real world situation. Is there a plan? And if so, what is the plan to reintegrate these programs in a larger scale? Because a lot of the things that my daughter enjoys at Leah Jackson is the cultural programs that are brought into the school and these different aspects that there's not going to be the funding for right now. And I understand the need for cuts, but is there a plan to recommit to those values as a district once more funding becomes available?
I'll ask Madam President, did you want me to address these or not?
Dr. Valente, you can address them, but I will say generally, of course, we made a lot of changes because of what we are all economically facing now. In the event when the economy gets better, I mean, I know I would, personally support getting us back to the levels that we were before, even greater. But Dr. Valenti, you can add to that, as well.
Right. Yeah, I just want to make the point that I don't want to jump into the budget hearing. There is a lot, well, I guess we're in the budget hearing. There is a lot of flexibility within the budget, I think, in order to move certain resources and monies around. I think because of a staggered opening, and this is a prediction for September, hopefully we'll be able to open in some way. You're not going to be spending as many resources in certain areas, but perhaps more in others. And any resources that the district is able to manage to keep can be redirected to other program areas. Also, I do think using BOCES more effectively because of their aidability factor. For every dollar you spend with BOCES, depending on what you're buying, and there are 4 categories, you would get an aid ratio back. So let's assume it was staff development in the arts. If we spent $1, Greenburgh's entitled to almost 50 cents back the following year. So there are ways of managing resources, scarce as they may be, to ensure that we provide some basics. I'm not suggesting everything is going to remain the same.
Please mute yourself. If you just came in, please mute yourself.
I appreciate that. And am I correct in assuming then there would be the commitment to reintegrate a lot of these programs and the funding into these programs and not let them kind of fall off the side?
Well, I know Dr. Chase, I can speak for her, and Mary, who's on this call, and myself will work as hard as possible to use resources where it's impacting children, okay? That's a key component of what we want to achieve. I don't want to go too far beyond that right now because we're certainly in unprecedented and unpredictable times.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right.
That there was something in the chat. I don't know if you want to read it. You want me to read it?
I think I saw it. Okay. So, Nadia. Okay. So yeah, Nadia had joined quite a few of the safety and security committee meetings. And so, of course, there is a list of things that we still need to order for July 1. It was, Nadia, if you were there, with some wish list items. And as of right now, I reached out to Laser. He will be doing some installations of additional cameras at the high school and also RJ Bailey, and I believe one at Jackson. So we are trying to move forward with some of those items. Yeah. Yes, so that is it. Are there any other questions?
Are there any from the public before you signed in? I know Antoinette asked you to raise your hand or type something in the chat. So I don't know if everyone heard you ask for that.
I saw Katie McGee's hand up, Madam President.
Okay, Katie must be on the second screen.
No.
Katie's on my first screen.
I thought she was on my first screen too.
Yeah.
Oh, she's on the second screen for me. Katie, go ahead.
Thank you. I've been searching for now I see the blue raise hand thing. I didn't see it before. Yeah, I just have a comment because I've asked Mary a lot of questions and I was a little bit afraid to ask something that's already written up. No, I think that's great that you have them on the frequently asked questions. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you everybody for hanging in there and doing all those meetings that you had to try to come up with something. It's been, I'm sure it was arduous, and you know, it's not the budget that I would like, but I'm going to support it. And I just want to urge everybody to pass this budget vote. And I just want to remind people that you can still register to vote up through June 4th. It's the last day to register. And we'll all be voting by absentee ballot. And it should come in your mail. And I assume contact Ivy if it's getting close and you haven't gotten it. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure everybody has this information. Of course, you can find it on our website. I hope the district we'll send out reminders and things through School Messenger, your Facebook, not just the website. And yeah, and as a parent and a supporter of public education, I urge everybody to vote yes.
Thank you, Katie. Okay, see, I don't see any raised hands on this screen or the second screen. Okay. All right, I'm gonna ask for questions one more time. Miss Carey, is that you?
Ooh, no, not me.
Okay. I don't see any other hands or questions, and there's nothing in the chat. So hearing none, we are probably going to close the budget hearing. So that's it.
You need a
I
mo-
move that we close the budget hearing.
Second.
All right, there was a motion, there was a second. All those, oh, I see one, I'm sorry, one comment.
I don't think that's the question though. It says great
Oh.
job, let's
Great job,
vote
let's vote yes.
Great job, let's, okay, let's go and vote. Thank you, Nadia. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
I didn't hear everybody.
I didn't hear everybody.
Aye.
I see Tracy, I know David say, Terry. Terry disappeared from my screen. Ashley?
I said aye.
Okay,
Aye.
you said aye. All right. All right. All right. Oh, great. Is there any abstentions? Any opposed? All right. The budget hearing is closed. Thank you guys for the few questions that we did get. We appreciate it. This is our budget. Please go out and support it. It will help our district continue to run. It will help our principals, teachers, and all of our staff to continue to do the really good work that they do every single day. So thank you so much. We are now, what time is it? It is a bit early. It's 7:28.
7:30.
Dr. Valenti, do we know if we have like the tenure candidates are ready? I can't really tell who's who. If they're in this, you know, in the meeting now, I can't really tell.
Yeah, I see
who's
some
who
of
here.
them.
Yes, and you know, if Christina Bertolacci is with us, she is first on the list, and I see her principal, Miss Simone, going there with 2 thumbs up. Is Christina with us? Do we know?
I see her.
You
I'm
see her?
here. I apologize. I'm so
Yes,
sorry.
Christina. Okay, so the format that the board president and I had talked about is that I'm going to introduce the candidate again to the community, say a very brief comment about the individual, and then of course turn it over to the board president. And if there are other comments from she or the board, they certainly should feel free to make them. And then we will proceed for the board to act on the resolution. And then certainly Christina would like you to say a few words to the board and to the community, okay? So Christina Bertolacci is up for tenure in the general education elementary teacher tenure area. She has been a dedicated, very dedicated teacher at the Lee F. Jackson Elementary School, teaching kindergarten, a very critical stage, as you know, in student development. She's doubly certified both in early childhood and childhood education. That means from birth right up to grade 2. So she's knowledgeable in that entire range. And beyond that, which I think is extremely important as well, she has literacy certification, certainly a critical element for children in terms of reading. So she's been with the district since 2016, and she has a wonderful attendance record over the past several years. So on that note, Madam President, we present to you Christina Bertolacci, fully endorsed by her principal.
Well, thank you so much. Good evening. I'd like to thank Dr. Chase, Dr. Valenti, Ms. Simone, the Board of Education, and the school community at large for providing me with the opportunity to work in such a wonderful school district. It is an honor to be part of this incredible community, and I look forward to continuing on this journey within the Greenburgh Central School District family. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Christina, on behalf of the entire board, we are very proud of you. We're happy to have you officially a part of our GCSD family. We thank you, and we know that all the kindergarteners are very happy to have you with them. So congratulations to you and to all your family who may be watching, and to Miss Principal Simone, as she gets to work with you every day. So congratulations to you. Ms. Simone, did you want to say anything?
Yes, I'm very proud of Ms. Bertolacci, and in addition to all the certifications Dr. Valenti mentioned, she's pending her ENL. She took advantage of the district's opportunity and went to college in New Rochelle and to obtain her English of a new language pathway, and she's just an asset to our district. She really is a gem.
Thank you so much.
So, Madam President, if I may, be it resolved that as recommended by the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Tahira Chase, who I know strongly endorses this resolution, the Board of Education approves the tenure of Christina Bertolacci, elementary teacher assigned to the Lee F. Jackson Elementary School, effective September 1st, 2020. And then, Madam President, you may want to call for a resolution and a vote.
Give me 1 second. I have to leave this screen and go to another. Hold on for a second. Let's see. All right, let's see.
It's D1.
All right, I'm getting to it. Thank you, David. Where did you go? Okay.
Did them all together? Yes, Rachel?
All right, hold on, Elton. I'm getting to it. All right. All right, be it resolved that as recommended by the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education approves the tenure of Christina Bertolacci, elementary teacher assigned to Lee F. Jackson Elementary School, effective September 1st, 2020.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Just
Okay.
discussion.
Yes.
Are we going to do this individually for each candidate tonight? Because
This is-
typically,
we did them all.
I think we usually did them all in one resolution. I think so, at least.
Check with IVP, please.
Yeah, yes, I think Dr. Valenti and I are referring to an email from Dr. Chase earlier. We can do it all as a group together. That'll be fine. Dr. Valenti, are you good with that?
Yes, I'm very good. The board can approve all the candidates, and then we'll go ahead and introduce them serially once the board has completed its work.
All right, great. Let me go back. Okay. All right, Dr. Valenti, who is the next candidate that you see?
The next candidate that I see is Alexandre Buchi.
Okay. He's not on my screen.
Again, from Lee F. Jackson School, and I believe she's with us, Patricia?
Yes, she is.
She is.
Yes.
Okay.
Good evening.
Might be
How
on
are you?
page 2. Where are you?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
I'm here. My camera is on.
All
I
right.
see you.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
evening, everybody.
There you are. We found you on page 2.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Well, you're on my
Sitting
page.
next to Gary. You're in between Gary and Jackie Kidd. Okay. So Alexandra Buchi is recommended for tenure as a speech and language disabilities teacher. She has been with Greenburgh for obviously the 4 years of her probation. She served grades kindergarten and 1 as a speech teacher at the Lee F. Jackson School. And she has certification not only in speech and language disabilities, which is a very critical area, and she brings that speech therapy background to the table. And again, you're going to hear me like a broken record say she has an outstanding attendance record. So, Madam President, we're delighted to recommend to you Alexandre Buchi and all the other candidates if the board wanted to vote them as a group.
Yes, that's fine to vote as a group. Alexandra, welcome to the district, and we're glad to have you a part of the GCSD family.
Thank you. It's such an honor to be a part of the Greenburgh Central School District. I thank Dr. Chase and Dr. Valenti, Ms. Simone, the Board of Education, as well as all of the families that I've gotten to work with over my last 4 years. It has been such a pleasure to be a part of a fabulous team and a fabulous community. Thank you. And thank you for letting me to continue to grow with you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Dr. Valenti.
Okay, the next candidate is Stacy Cristello. Stacy is at the Highview School. And Gary, is she there, Stacy? Okay, she's in the top row on page 2.
Oh,
We all
everyone.
have different pages.
Oh, we all have different pages.
Yeah, we have different
Anyway, she's with us. And a few words about Stacy. She's up for tenure as a reading teacher, K-12 tenure area and certification area. She has worked at the Highview School, grades 2 to 3, since 2016. Has completed 4 years successfully with extremely good reviews. She is doubly certified both in literacy and students with disabilities, which is a wonderful combination when you think it through, particularly in terms of the needs of our students in reading. And again, an outstanding attendance record. And I may say this, when I first came to the district, Stacy was a teaching assistant. Am I correct, Stacy? Can you hear me, Stacy? I think she's frozen.
Oh, Stacy might be frozen.
Stacy, we have to unfreeze you. Can you hear me?
She might have lost
Right.
connection.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's correct. Okay, thank you.
I
And
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Sort of.
I said you started with us as a TA, right? A teaching assistant? Can you hear
I
us?
can hear you. I just have that internet is telling.
Gary, you heard the question.
It's a bad
I
connection.
heard you, and you are correct. She did start as a teaching assistant.
Right, and that is a wonderful thing to be able to
Yes,
see
that's
individuals
correct.
move forward and
In the reading lab. Mm-hmm.
So, Madam President, we're very pleased to present to you Stacy Cristello and the board.
Okay, again, Stacy, welcome. And it's good to have you to be a part of our family at GCSD. So thank you so much for all your hard work.
Okay,
Okay, Dr. Valenti, who's next?
the next candidate is Anthony Faber, and I see Anthony. He is with us this evening, as is his principal, Matt Smith. Anthony is going to receive tenure as a physical education teacher at the Woodlands Middle High School. Anthony has been teaching grades 7 to 12 at Woodlands since
Thank you. I don't know if you all can hear this.
Since 2017. He's certified in physical education And Anthony, I believe you're also working toward health education as well. Is that right? Which is, really super to have phys ed people who are doubly certified in health ed. And of course, Anthony is one of our outstanding coaches, and again, has a fantastic attendance record. So we are delighted to recommend Anthony on behalf of Dr. Chase to the board for tenure.
Okay.
Wait, I think he started to say something.
Let me.
You need to unmute yourself.
Oh, you're muted, Mr. Fowler.
Yes.
There you
I
go.
apologize. I just wanted to thank you all. Dr. Chase, Dr. V, Mr. Smith, you guys have all been great supporters of me. Been here for a while. It's not just the last 3 years. Been a coach in the district since 2011. So been a part of the Woodlands family for a while. And, I'm very honored and proud that you guys gave me a recommendation for tenure. And I'm going to keep up the hard work that got me here to this point. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Smith, do you want to say a few words?
Matt, did you want to say a few words?
No, just congratulations, Mr. Fowler. It's well deserved. Look forward to you continue to do what you do for our student athletes, and welcome aboard. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, same here, Mr. Favre. On behalf of the board, we thank you. I see you're growing in the beard a lot thicker since I last saw you.
This is my quarantine beard.
All right. Well, congratulations and welcome to the family.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Mr. Mastrangelo, I forgot to ask you if you had to say a few words about Stacy. So here's your opportunity.
Very much, Ms. Darden Cintron. I would like to say congratulations to Ms. Cristello. I'm so proud of her. She has done so much for our struggling students, working in the reading lab with our second and third graders. She has taken on the role of PLC leader, and she is an asset to the building. And I'm very, very proud to now say that she's a permanent member of the Highview family. So thank you.
Right.
Madam
Thank you.
Madam President,
Yes, Ms. Carey.
we didn't do Christina Delato?
I'm sorry, yes, I did skip her, but we're going to go back to her right now. I think she's here, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Christina, let me see. Christina, are you out there?
I see her.
Yes. Okay, great, as long as somebody sees her. Christina DeLello is up for tenure as an elementary teacher. She taught grade 3 at the Highview Elementary School since 2016. Again, she has double certification both in childhood education and students with disabilities, outstanding attendance record over the past 4 years, as well as the highest ratings from Mr. Mastrangelo and other administrators. So we're delighted to welcome Christine and the recommendation of the superintendent for tenure.
All right. Christine, do you have a few words?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Hi, Dr. Valenti, Dr. Chase, Board of Ed, and Greenburgh families. I just want to say it's been a pleasure to work in this district, and I'm so excited to continue my journey here in the Greenburgh family. So thank you again.
I think we lost her.
No, she's good.
Okay, okay.
All right. Well, Christina, welcome to our district. Welcome to the GCSD family. It's great to have you here, and congratulations. I see the little messages. Miss Simone is so proud. So thank you so much. And let's see who's next on the list.
Did Mr. Mastrangelo want to say a word? He's Highview
together with them too. Yes, Mr. Mastrangelo.
Thank you very much. I will keep it brief. But again, I am very, very proud of Ms. DeLillo and her accomplishments. She too started out as a teaching assistant, actually started out as student teacher to teaching assistant to classroom teacher. And I'm very, very proud of her and the work she's done.
Oh, I think we lost
I
you.
think he's frozen too.
Okay.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Gary. Our next candidate is Jackie Kim. Jackie, I know, is with us, and she's up for tenure again as an elementary teacher, and she is at the R.J. Bailey Elementary School. Jackie has been teaching grade 6 at Bailey since 2016. Again, she's doubly certified, both in the pre-K elementary area, as well as grades 1 to 6, and in literacy. So one could say she's triply certified. And again, an outstanding attendance record and extremely good ratings from her principal, who I know is here. I see Sheeper is with us this evening.
Okay, Miss Rossi. Oh, wait. I'm unmuting you. Hi, Jackie. Can you try again? I think you were muted the first time.
Hi, can you hear me now? I just wanted to thank Dr. Chase and the board and Mrs. Rossi. Thank you so much. It is such an honor to be a part of the Greenburgh District, and I'm so excited to see work with the students and the beautiful families. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Rossi, did you want to share any words?
Yes, congratulations, Jackie. It's been a pleasure working with you for the past 2.5 years. I look forward to our continued collaboration. You do amazing things for the students. Welcome to the GCSD and RJ Bailey family. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you, Miss Rossi.
Okay. Proceeding to the next candidate, back to the middle high school. Jacqueline Newby is up for tenure as an art teacher. She has taught grades 7 to 12 at Woodlands Middle High School since 2017.
Look forward to our continued collaboration. You do amazing things for the students. Welcome to the GCSD and RJ Bailey family. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you. That sounded good. I think that was delayed from Miss Rossi, what she said earlier,
Yes.
for sure. That was delayed.
Residual
technology.
In any event, Jackie is an art teacher and she's up for K-12 art certification, outstanding attendance record, and a real pleasure to have, and a hard worker at the middle high school, highly effective ratings, and a great contributor in terms of the arts overall. So you have Dr. Chase's and my highest endorsement.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. To Dr. Chase, to Dr. Valenti, to all the board members for supporting and giving me the opportunity. Thank you to Mr. Smith for believing in me and supporting me, and Ms. Jackson as well. Mr. Brady now on top of that. And to all of the community members, thank you for letting me work with your little creative geniuses. I continue to keep up the magic as soon as we get back, but virtually, yes, we will continue the magic. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Newby. Mr. Smith, any short words?
Sure. Ms. Newby, congratulations. I look forward for you to continue to bring creative initiatives to our building. You always bring new and challenging art projects, so we look forward to it. And congratulations. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the family.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Dr. Valenti, who's next?
Okay, the last person we're recommending this evening is Crystal Tucci as a teaching assistant, recommending her for tenure. Crystal has assisted in grade 3 special education at the Highview Elementary School since 2015. She's certified as a teaching assistant, working toward her teacher's certification, and again, has a very commendable attendance record, and we certainly warmly welcome her as a tenured teaching assistant.
Okay. Let me see if I can find Miss Tucci.
Her principal is Mr. Mastrangelo.
Okay. All right. I see Miss Tucci's name here.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi. So I just want to say thank you to Dr. Chase and Dr. Valente and Mr. Mastrangelo. It's been a pleasure working in the district, and I thank you for continually to let me grow.
All right. Thank you, Miss Tucci. Master Angelo?
Yes, I'll try to make it brief and hopefully I won't freeze. But I would also, once again, like to say congratulations to Ms. Tucci. I am so proud of her as well. She's done an amazing job, including filling in for a teacher who is out on maternity leave now through this remote learning. She's doing an excellent job. I'm very, very proud of her and want to welcome her to the Highview family as a permanent member. So congratulations.
Okay, welcome to the district, Ms. Tucci. We are very happy to have you a part of our GCSD family. Okay. All right, Dr. Valenti, that's everyone, right?
Yes, those are all the candidates for tenure, and the board would like to approve them en blanc.
Yes. Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the tenure items presented to the board for approval this evening?
So moved.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, motion carries. Welcome to all of our newly tenured teachers and staff. Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, so now you guys are welcome to we thank you so much for coming to being a part of this. I believe we are going to go into, unless I see anything else, I see a lot of congratulations in the chat. We are going to go into
sometime in the near future.
Hi.
Country.
Is that a question? Okay, it sounds like someone just needs to mute their yes, to mute their screen. Okay. So thank you so much. We are we're going to go into executive session unless anyone has any last minute items. Okay. I see the hearts.
Oh,
Ms.
Ms.
Simone.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, welcome everybody, and thank you so much. Can I get a motion to adjourn to executive session to discuss the employment history of particular persons being considered for board action this evening?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, any opposed? Any extensions? Motion carries. We are going into executive session. Thank you everyone for being here. For those who we won't see when we come back out, good night, and just thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
All right, now I will be moving people to the meeting room. Let's see. All right, let's see here.
Jackie Kim's so happy.
And please note, I'm putting you in a waiting room, but you don't have to wait in a waiting room. if you don't want to.
I want to be in the room with you. Can I join?
No, listen,
All right, put me in the waiting room.
when there's an election, for sure, come back.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry about it. And I'm just so happy to see so many people at one time. It's just so great.
I know, that is so exciting. All right, I'm putting you in the waiting room.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so, all right, Steve, they keep bouncing around. Okay, Steve, I think I have it on you. All right, thank you, Steve. Okay, let's go back up here. Dr. Valenti, any reports?
I have two brief reports, Madam President. First of all, I wanted to alert the board and the community that we will be running an extended year summer school as effective July, specifically from July 6th to August 14th. Extended year is for our students with disabilities. That is a mandate of their IEP, Individualized Educational Plan. We expect upwards of a maximum of 52 pupils. It could be fewer. Jill Post and Dale Bradley are coordinating letters to parents and families regarding the interest in participating in this 30-day program, which runs for 5.5 hours daily. So it's a full academic program as well as social emotional. Even if only half the students choose to participate, the mandate continues that we do run the program. And even if a parent initially may say no and then decides to have their child involved, they have a right to that education during the summer. We're recruiting for positions. I see no problem with recruitment. A large number of our special educators, speech therapists, occupational therapists, social workers are interested in working for the summer. So I see no dearth of available talented staff. The question remains how many of our students will eventually take part in it, hopefully all of them. So I did want the board and the community to be aware of that information with respect to the extended school year program. And we are preparing professional development as we end this academic year for our teachers, particularly in areas of priority standards. And we want to focus on math. And then next academic year, hopefully if this is successful, we will continue the focus on English language arts. A priority standard for simplicity purposes means of the 200, 300, 400 standards that you could find in a pre-K to 12th grade curriculum, we look for about 15 to 20% that really are highly focused for learning, for advancement, and necessary for student learning to grow. So priority standards will be the focus for all of our teachers and our PLC leaders as well. Those were the two items I wanted to share.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Valenti. The Assistant Superintendent of Business report.
Sure, thank you. General fund beginning balance for March 2020 was $44,769,218.75. The district received a total of $1,390,404.57 in receipts and issued $2,974,875.03 in payroll checks and $2,591,082.16 in accounts payable checks. The ending balance for the general fund was $40,593,000 $1,666.13 as detailed above. The district issued 917 payroll checks and 137 accounts payable checks for the month of March, and all were audited. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mary. All right, we're moving on to board action items. Okay, let's see. All right, can I get a motion to approve the board action items presented this evening? And that is our budget hearing and regular meeting approval.
So moved.
I'm sorry to interrupt. There's one item that needs to fill in the blank before you vote on it under board action. And that would be the appointment of the election chairperson. It's usually the president, and the vice president is the backup.
I volunteer.
Okay. Okay, so that resolution would just have, so you know when you vote on that, that resolution will have David's name in the be it further resolved portion.
For the
That's item F6, appointment of election chairperson. So your name is in for the chair, the board president, and then Mr. Warner would be the backup.
Okay. Okay. Just when I get up to that section, just add our names in there.
Antoinette, Ashley has his hand up.
Yes, actually.
Madam President, aren't we going to go over C1 first, the non-instructional personnel items?
Well, I guess it depends if you have a
I thought that's what we were going to vote on first.
Did I skip it? I'm at the section where it says approval, non-instructional personnel items.
Yes, you were just talking about board action items, so I'm saying, are we going to skip non-instructional personnel items?
I didn't think I skipped it. Are you saying I didn't? If I skipped it, that was not meant. I thought after I immediately went from Mary, I went down to non-instructional. Do you have a question about something in particular, or?
I think
No,
he
I
just
just wanna
wants you
make
to
sure
go
we
back
did it.
and approve that first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Okay. And no. Ivy jumped in to talk about the election.
You were on board action. You asked for a motion
Yes,
for
you
board
did.
action. That's why I
You
brought
turned one
that up.
page too far.
Okay. Ivy, you said that we're starting on page 2. Am I correct? Well, we got out of executive session. We went into the superintendent's support, assistant superintendent, and I did skip that. Thank you. I apologize. Thank you, Ashley. Okay, so let's go back. So, motion to approve the non-instructional personnel items presented for the board approval this evening.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, that motion carries. We did board action item 2. Okay.
No, you got a motion was made by Mr. Warner, but then I interrupted.
Okay.
I
So,
apologize.
So moved.
back to so moved. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, the motion carries. All right. 3 finance items. Motion to approve the board action items presented to the board for approval this evening.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
And Madam Chair,
Yes.
everybody has to vote, Everybody's not voting.
So do we have to poll the board for each one, or are people gonna loudly and proudly make it clear what they're, you know, that what they are for or against? Terry, I saw your hand up.
Yes, just a point of information. While I agree with Cora in principle that it would be good for everybody to voice their vote, a silent vote is taken as an affirmative vote. You can check that with Ivy too. I didn't just make that up.
Ivy.
That's correct.
But you know what, Madam Chair, I've seen that come back to bite people too. When somebody didn't vote, they say, "Oh, I didn't vote for that." So I was just trying to say everybody should be heard. I didn't mean for you to have a call vote, but they should at least say aye or whatever.
And, all right, I'm starting again from finance items. Motion to approve the board action items presented to the board for approval this evening.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, the motion carries. Business items. Motion to approve the board action items presented to the board for approval this evening.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any any against? I can't think of it now. No against? All right, is there any abstentions? Okay. Motion carries. Now I'm moving on to business items.
Pupil personnel.
Pupil personnel, okay. Pupil personnel, motion to approve the board action items to the board for approval this evening.
So moved.
So moved.
There's second. Now we're all too eager. All
Why
those,
does it say board action items?
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, any abstentions? The motion carries. Now we did the tenure already. All right. Okay, so we did non-instructional. We're down to, okay.
Last page.
David, what did you just say? Okay, I'm skipping. I'm sorry. My computer is slow and getting down. Oh, shoot.
We're on J1 now, right?
I'm trying to get to it. Okay. Okay, all right, Jay, closing items. Is there any new business?
Sure.
How did I know your hand would be up?
So,
Me or David?
Warner and
which one?
Let's go Terry first. David, you go next.
I do have something for new business, but I thought, did we do personnel non-instructional?
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. My bad. Sorry about that. So who was first between David and myself?
I saw you first, Terry.
Okay, so quickly, we received a letter from the attorney regarding the credit union that is leasing space at the town hall. I forgot to either myself or Antoinette, we forgot, it wasn't in the packet, right?
No, it wasn't in the
Okay.
packet.
All right, so I will put it in Friday's packet for us to discuss at the next work session. That was it.
All right. David.
The Nettie Jackson Extra Mile Award. May I assume that since we did teacher tenures online and that seemed to go fairly well, that we can give out the Nettie Jackson Extra Mile Award in the same way that we just did this?
Yeah, did you guys start the process already?
I know that Ivy had received at least two pieces of feedback, 2 nominations. If it's a go, then we start beating the bushes for more nominations. 'Tis the season. And with COVID-19, there may be some heroes out there.
I agree that it should move forward.
Great, thanks.
Just one person. Does anybody else have any thoughts on still continuing with the Nettie Jackson Award? Okay.
Let's continue it on the best we can.
Yep.
Thank you, Ms. Perry. Ashley, I see you shaking your head. Yes? Yes. Okay. All right, Nettie Jackson, you'll come back. David, do you remember who's on the committee with you?
No, I'll have to go look it up.
Okay, and then so you just email us so we can be reminded. All right, so
Email committee info.
Wasn't me.
All right. All right. No other new business? Okay, hearing none. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Good meeting. Thank you.
Good evening.
Have a good night.
Good evening.
Bye.
Evening.
Everybody be safe.
You too.
You too, Ms. Carey.